Hi everyone, welcome to the Ultimate Guiding Tools. I'm here to show you exactly how I actually price my art, and it's really simple really. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Elizabeth Free and I am an acrylic painter. So if you can see at the back here is some of my works which is not even finished. So I'm right now in my room, and I mostly do my work in this room. So pardon the mess. But I want to quickly to talk to you about how the different type of people, painters in the different type of substrates that people use. You could be an oil painter, and usually oil painter they usually charge a little bit more higher than acrylic painter. I'm not too sure why. It's probably the hierarchy thing or something, but that's what I heard. And also I went to one of my in Switzerland where I stay. I could see that oil painter they typically somehow just price that a little bit more on the higher range. So if you are an oil painter, you probably need to charge a little bit more than what I'm gonna show you. But yeah, so and people like some people do collage, or some people do mixed media and watercolors or pastel, and yeah, so there will be exceptions, and all these painters, those that are using this collage, graphite, watercolors, pastels, they typically charge a little bit lower than acrylic painter. So but there are some exceptions. So I've seen a lot of other people who are watercolor artists, and they charge really high. So but right now I'm just gonna show you the idea is to have a gauge on how to price your art, so that you will be able to know at which level you are at. Okay, so as for myself, I actually have done this. Okay, so for myself, I have a website, and my website is, I pay about $10 for Squarespace, and that's a really easy website to use. And um, when you are trying to build your audience, you need to have a website, because your email list, you own your email list. You see, when if you are on social media, you don't really own the social media, because your Instagram, it could be deleted, or somebody, your Facebook could be hacked, and you will never get it back, who knows. But with the email list, once somebody has given them their email, that means they are really interested in what you have to offer. So you control that email yourself. So that's another thing about websites. So if you are serious in wanting to build your art business, then I would really consider I would really would like you to consider having your own website. So I paid about also $10 for Mailchimp, because Mailchimp is also another integration for Squarespace. It helps me to send emails to my clients and stuff like that. So I would say I spend about $20 on website and the email builder. And then for my art supplies, I try to spend like $50 per month on art supplies. So that will be $50. And then I have my coach, she recommended that we have an online art archive. I haven't done that yet, but eventually I will do it. But right at the moment, I'm not doing it at the moment. But I actually spend more on coaching and education. So coaching and education, I spend about probably $200 a month. Yeah, I know that's ridiculous, right? But I was really hungry for coaches, and yeah, so typically I would spend about 200 on coaching. I mean, you don't have to spend that kind of money, but it really depends on yourself, you see. So the expenses, things like shipping or photography, package supplies, advertising, business card, etc. For me, I don't do any shipping, except that my art is another price, and then I will add on the shipping cost later, and that's what I tell the customer. So usually the customer kind of pay for the shipping, but there are some instances where the shipping cost is really high, so I might have to pay for the shipping. So I would, and then about photography, I used to wanted to make prints of my paintings, but then I realized that I just want to sell my canvases instead of the prints. But I could change my mind, but again, so I don't know. But eventually, I would change my mind again. So, but normally with photography, I don't spend so much money on it. And I have a brother-in-law who is helping me. Yeah, as I was saying that I have a brother-in-law who helps me with photography, but am yeah, I mean, if I don't have his help, sometimes I might need a photographer. So I guess I would still spend a little bit on photography, but yeah. So I would consider this part here is about, maybe let's say 50. Where's my pen? Yeah, about $50. Okay, I'm just gonna do a rough gauge of $50. But yeah. Advertising, I'm doing free marketing, and that's another thing that if you are interested, you can leave a comment or an email to me and tell me if you're interested to know how to do free advertising from social media. And yeah, I can um, probably give a teaching on that. But yeah, so, and then living expenses, for myself, I don't really need a lot of money for living expenses. But so what I did was, on the last 3 months ago, I just put my living expenses as 1,500. But of course, I'm getting more ambitious, and it will increase. So for you guys, I'm sure the reason why you want to make art your business is so that you can probably replace whatever you're working as, and you want to make a living out of your art business. So you should really put in the amount that you want to earn, or like for instance, you can target like right now you're earning like 3,000 or something, so you could use it as a gauge to how much you want to earn. And so another thing I did was that I also included the tax. So how much is it, like the total for this? Okay, like I say, I've gotten a little bit ambitious, so I think I'm gonna increase my living expenses to 2,500 a month. So I think that is quite a good, it's quite a good amount. So and then the tax, 30% off the net, so let's count how much is it. Okay, so you guys have an idea? Can you guys also calculate with me? Okay, so I have actually calculated, and I am just gonna go with what's the word, overall number. It's actually 3,666, but I have rounded it off, and so I need a total of $3,700. So you calculate with me and see how much you need every month. Now for the next part, yeah, I give you the other one. So now for the next one, how much you need to price your art. So can you look at here? For those of you that is acrylic painters and planning to paint on canvas, this is actually the price list that you could kind of have an idea. So if I know some people do it differently, but this is what I'm taught, and I actually find that this is a little bit better for me, because sometimes when you count the hours that you put on while you're painting and stuff like that, I find I cannot remember the hours that I have spent on a painting. So the easiest way is to just calculate it by square inch. So it really depends on yourself, but this is what I've got. You can actually kind of screenshot it. Okay, and so small works, usually, which small work is actually like a painting that is under 140 square inches. You charge about $1.25, or even up to $2 USD, because even small works, you actually take a long time to do even small works. So, and then medium works. Hey guys, I had to re-video because my daughter was crying. So, and now it's 5 a.m. So bear with me with no makeup and everything. But I'm just gonna tell you how it is with the medium works. Okay, so medium works is usually about 140 square inches to 1,200 square inches, and they normally charge about $1 US to $1.25 USD. And then the large works is about over 1,200 square inches, and you can charge about 0.75, 75 cents, and to $1 USD. Okay, and you're gonna ask me, how about me? How do I charge? So when I first started, I was kind of a newbie, and but I managed to sell at least about, now in 3 months I sold six paintings, and one original, no, sorry, 6 original and 1 print. So I was able to sell at least about yeah, two per month in the last 3 months. And then in between, on the 4th month, I actually had to rest because I was working so hard the last 3 months. and I didn't sleep, and everything in my house was a mess. So that's another story. But I actually was working really hard, so I had to rest. And some of you have been waiting for this video for a long time. I apologize as well, because at that point of time I was just trying to be perfect, but as you can tell, you cannot be perfect. I mean, my background is just where I am normally, you know, where I paint. So if I want to be perfect, I can never tell you what I want to tell you in the first place. So for me, because I was just what's the word, trying it out. I had to price my work at, where was I? I do mostly medium works, and I had to price my price at 0.75 USD. But because right now I think yeah, my work is piling, and I don't think I can do as I can produce painting as fast as before, because when I was 3 months ago, my husband broke his legs, I mean his foot, so I was able to do a lot of painting because he's at home. But right now he's not at home; he has recovered, and so he yeah. So I have work to do and housework to do, so I'm not able to produce as much paintings. But that is okay, because I have a lot of paintings already done. So you really have to think about how you can manage your time. So for me, I have slowed down, and also I've been going to a lot of courses, and all this has increased my price. And I'm also thinking of planning to get a babysitter, or even putting my kids to the kinderhood. It's like in Switzerland, is basically a place where you put your kids, like a daycare or something. And for the small one is Spielgruppe, a playgroup. So yeah, so those are the things that will increase my expenses. But I'm learning new skills, and the different skills that I learn will enable me to earn the money I need, hopefully. But yeah, and you could do the same too, because whatever I teach you in the video um, is applicable to you as well, because um, it's really just about you managing your time, and being able to be courageous, even with no makeup and really lousy background. You still can record, and you can still produce a lot of value to your audience. I actually waited so many times, and in the end, I procrastinated so many times. I wasn't really sure of myself. I still wasn't sure of myself, but I thought by myself, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna wait for any coaches to tell me whether I did good or not. I'm just gonna go with it. Like what they say, just wing it, and just go with the flow and see. Just provide the value that I needed to do, because it's been a lot of procrastination. So that's what I meant, like just do it. Just do not procrastinate anymore, and just do it, even though circumstances is not good. You just have to do it, because you have already a deadline that you have to meet. So you just do the best that you can do. So yeah. So okay, so now you guys understand that. Now you need to know about the monthly. So your monthly gross income needed, you put it how much, and then the number of artwork sold per month, you put how much, and then the suggested price, you put how much. Okay, and then you will be able to know how many paintings you need to sell in a month in order to get to your money goal. Okay, so that part I haven't told you how you can get to that money goal. But if you're good in math, I think you will be able to do it yourself. Okay, I'm gonna also show you how. Hold on. So I have calculated, and the thing is, I have come up with these numbers. Okay. Okay, what is this? So my grossly income is about 4,000, and I have sold mostly 2 paintings a month. And before, did I tell you, right? I actually priced my art really low, actually really low. So I'm gonna increase that price a little bit more to 0.9. Like I said, my works are normally medium works. My work is normally medium works. So the price point I put is actually $1 to $1.25, but I actually put it at 0.75 cent when I first started. So it's actually really low. But again, I was just starting and I wanted to test the market. But right now, I think I'm gonna go up a little bit more. I'm also even thinking of 300 plus, but I'm gonna just stick with this first. And as you know, the number of artwork I sold per month was 2, and this is not enough to cover. I'm actually in the red, but what I will do is I actually need to sell 13 paintings a month in order to get to my money goal. So you see that the discrepancies here. So like I said, yeah, after recording this video, I probably would change my numbers again, because I really need to rethink my business plan and how I'm gonna do this. But as you can tell, I'm also doing other things beside what do you call it? Besides selling my art, I think I might go for selling prints as well. Looking at the price, it's a little bit too low. So at the moment, the price will be 0.9, and then when I think a bit longer in the longer terms, I probably would price my art a bit higher, the original art a bit higher, and then I would offer prints instead to my fans or collectors. So the prints probably would be cheaper, and the original painting would be more lesser. So, and that's how I can cover my expenses and stuff like that. So you can think for yourself, because we're talking about your worth. The other topic that I want to talk about is about your worth. I came into this business not knowing not knowing how to price my art, and just testing the market. And if you were to see it, yeah, if you were to see, I mostly sold to my family and friends, and I have one lady that I sold to in Mary. If you're watching this, you are the one that I sold the print for. Yeah, and yeah, so her price point. Yeah, so I was able to give her the print for a lower price, and she was really happy with that. And I wanted to make my art affordable to everyone. So, but as you can tell, I am in the red. So I will need to work on my business plan again. And yeah, so don't be in the red like me. But now you know why my painting can sell so well, because I priced it really low, and also for some reason I was able to sell it to my family and friends. and that kind of cover the cost. But you cannot always depend on your family and friends, so you need to always upgrade your marketing skills and go for courses. So I would say that in the first few months of your business, you will not make a lot of money, and you probably will even be in the red. But if you keep on grinding, if you keep on persevering, you will be able to come up with ideas on how you can supplement those expenses, because I'm also doing other things like coaching. Like what I'm doing right now is giving you free coaching or free teaching, and for me it's fine because it's also a way of me sharing my knowledge to you. And I know that some of you are starting out, and when I was first starting out, I wasn't yeah, I was just looking for free videos and stuff, so it is really normal. But yeah, I need to work on my numbers. Yeah, and rethink about my business plan, because I cannot be on the red all the time. So yeah, please pray for me if you're a Christian, that I will be able to get to my money goal, and that God will give me ideas on how to get to my money goal. But yeah, so it really depends on you, and remember that. Oh, this is another thing that I wanted to say. Remember that your worth is not depend on how much you earn, but it's really depend on your identity in Christ. I know some of you are not Christian, and probably some of you watching this, you don't believe in God, but I wanted to assure you that I get my worth from Jesus. And I'm sorry, it's a hard topic for me to talk about, but like I said, that I'm doing this painting business not only because of the money, but I want you to know that despite me being in the red, not knowing when the money will come, have so many having so many arguments with my husband. But I want you to know that as long as you communicate with your loved ones, as long you communicate with your husband especially, and explain to them what you're doing, the money will come, because I have faith. Sorry. I have faith in God. Although I cannot see it, but I know my God is bigger. Yeah. So have faith, and don't let the not having the money make you feel unworthy. because as long as you keep going and persevering and communicating with your audience, with your family, you will get there. Thanks for watching, and I think I have to touch on another topic. I forgot. Oh yeah, yeah. The other topic was how how you can why every one of your uh, every person that you meet is a potential client, and why do you have to um, yeah, why do you have to think of that, that everyone you meet is a potential client. So the reason why everyone is a potential client is that you need to have a selling mindset. So what is a selling mindset? A selling mindset is a mindset that, that I'm not trying to say that everyone you meet, you go and, you will think that, oh, maybe this person is the one that's going to buy my painting. Maybe that person is the one that will buy my painting. Even though at the moment, sorry, even though at the moment, I that's what I think. I'm so emotional right now, but yeah, it's not easy. It's really not easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy. That's why it's a it's God teaching you, disciplining you, having that faith, that and have and knowing that He will always look after you. Yeah. So as I was saying, why every person you meet should um, is a potential client. Um, that's because sorry, I want to say something. I forgot. um, yeah. Okay. So when I was younger, I was doing like selling products and stuff. What is that word? MLM. And I was also doing real estate and property. I was also a hairstylist. So when I did dabble in MLM, and the thing is, they would tell you, oh, go and sell to your family and friends and stuff like that. But normally, family and friends actually is the worst people to sell to, and yeah, so they will buy for you, and even if they buy, they ask for discount, or they expect you to give them for free, so it's really a miracle that with my paintings, the first few people that buy is actually my family and friends. And so when you talk about having the faith, you really have to have faith. And why, if you think of selling as serving, if you are a Christian, you're serving you're serving somebody. Okay, it's different from trying to make people buy from you. But if you're thinking of selling as serving, then you will know that you are doing God's work, because not everybody can afford this painting. But your words, your story matters, and people buy from that. So yeah, that's the other part of the equation about your story. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of people do not understand why I'm trying so hard to do this. It's because I want to share my story. I want them to know that despite having 3 kids and living in a strange land in Switzerland, although I love Switzerland, I can't really speak the language, and so that is really hard for me. But I understand a little bit because I still go to German course and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel that it's really important that you have faith and sharing your story, and along the way being genuine, even if you have to cry. And if you see me in person, you get the same person. I'm the same person as you see outside. I hope to do that. But yeah, so just share your story and the right people will come to you. And yeah, so crying. Sorry for my emotional state. But remember, when you think of selling and serving, you will not, uh, yeah, you will have faith in God, and that the right people will buy from you, because also you do not want to attract the wrong people, like people who just uh, I don't know, like you don't want to attract the wrong people. You want to attract the right customers to you, the one that loves your message, love the authentic you, and love you for who you are. Those are the kind of people that is the best. And for the others, of course, they will yeah, they will come too, but you need to know who is the best client. And on the other video, I will teach you on how to find out your best clients. um, Also, there's a few of other things that I would like to teach, which is your call message, and stuff like that. So that will be on the other video. But anyway, I think I've taught a lot, and I hope you love this message. And I'm praying for you too, because I'm hoping that you would be able to earn the money that you need for your family, and to make a living out of this business. So thank you for watching, and I hope you get something from this. And I'm sorry I'm crying all the time, but that's just the authentic me. All right, take care. Bye bye. So by the way, I would really appreciate it if you would to email me and tell me what is your takeaways on this video, and if you have enjoyed it, please email me back so that I know that you have watched it, and that I can produce more of these videos. I want to know what you want from me, and it's just it's good to communicate what my audience wants. So I'm not just talking about myself. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have really find some value in this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.